I've been thinking about you guys and your families. It's me, Mary. And it's my dog, Jenny. Can you see Jenny? There she is. She's licking her foot. Hey, Jenny. She says, don't bother me. Okay, and I had a book that I wanted to read you guys, and I think I left it at school. It's my new favorite book. I read it to Juniper on Thursday, and she said it was a really good book, and so I thought I wanted to read it, but I left it at school, so I can't read it, but I've got 3 other books that I really like. So I brought my tripod so I can show you the pictures better. I bought a tripod when I had to do things when we were closed for COVID, and so it's been in my closet, and I remembered it. So let's see. Oops. See if I can make it work. Okay, so here's me, and here are the books. I have 3 books. And 2 of them are about feelings, and one of them is kind of a puzzle book that you have to figure out. Okay, I'm going to read that one first. I'm going to try to make this so you can see the pictures really well. Okay, so I'm going to drink some more coffee. So this is what I do in the morning, is I sit in bed and I read. And it's actually what I do before I go to sleep at night too. And these are my favorite jammies. They have a hood and they're really snuggy and warm. Okay, so this book is called Ergo. Okay, and I'm going to try to turn it so you can see the pictures. All right. Okay, so there's Ergo. It's a little better. Okay, Ergo. See if you can guess what Ergo is. All right, so there's a picture of Ergo. It says, oh, this is just Ergo by Alexis Deacon, illustrated by Vivian Schwartz. Ergo woke up and set off to explore the world. The first thing that she found were her toes. They wiggled. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wow, great start, she thought. She decided to keep on exploring. Then she found her wings. Flap, flap, flap. She found her beak. Peck, peck, peck. And she found her legs. Kick, kick, kick. And that was all she could find. Am I the world? Thought Ergo. It was a very small world. She wiggled her toes and flapped her wings and pecked with her beak and kicked with her legs. She was happy. I am the world and the world is me, she thought. I have found everything. Then she said, then she saw the wall. Is that another part of me? She thought. Jenny says, you are reading too loud. You're waking me up. I'm sorry, Jenny. Good girl. Good girl. She pushed the wall, and the whole world rolled around and around and around and upside down. I can move the world, she thought. It was a big thought. Then something went bump. That was not me. Uh-oh, there's a not me out there. That was something else, thought Ergo. I am not the world, thought Ergo. But what else could there be? She tried to think, but all she could see were toes wiggling, wings flapping, beaks pecking, and legs kicking. She tried to fit them all together, but it was no good. Not knowing is not good, thought Ergo. Stick to what you know, thought Ergo, and she imagined other worlds exactly like her own. What if we are all stuck inside walls, all scared of one another, and never knowing that we are all just the same? What if? That would be sad. Ergo looked at the wall. The truth is on the other side, she thought. She wiggled her toes and flapped her wings and kicked her legs and pecked with her beak as hard as she could. And all around her came the same sound. Tack, 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 tack. Little tack, tack noises. Louder and louder until crack. And then Ergo's life began. Can you see? She's one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a nest, and there's a mama. Her life began. Oh, look. Isn't that a good one? Okay. Oh, poor Jenny. She says, you are making so much noise that I'm awake. Okay. So, the next book is, excuse me, Jenny. There might be lobsters. There might be lobsters. All right, see if there are really lobsters. Okay. There might be lobsters. By Carolyn Crimmy and Laurel, illustrated by Laurel Molk. Oh, this is Sookie. Lots of things at the beach scared Sookie. Lots. There might be lobsters. And they're going, walking to the beach. Come on, Sookie. You can do it, said Eleanor. She stood at the bottom of the stairs to the beach and waved to Sookie. How does Sookie look? Nope, she says. This is Eleanor. But Sookie was just a small dog. And the stairs were big and sandy, and she hadn't had lunch yet, and her foot hurt a little, and she might get a shell stuck up her nose. and she might tumble down on her head, and then she would need stitches, and besides, there might be lobsters. So Sookie sat at the top of the stairs with Chunkamunka by her side. You see Chunkamunka? My dog has a special toy too. We call the toy Smacky, and she likes to have her Smacky nearby. Oh, all right, said Eleanor, and she picked them both up with a tss noise and a huff and carried them down the stairs. Come on, Sookie, you can do it, said Eleanor, and she tossed a beach ball to Sookie. What is Sookie doing? But Sookie was just a small dog, and the beach ball was big and beachy, and it might hit her nose, and then it would pop, and it would be too loud, or it might knock her down, and she might never get up again, and she might have to live on the beach forever and eat seaweed to survive, and besides, there might be lobsters. Sookie want to get the ball? She does not. There might be lobsters. So Sookie sat far away from the beach ball with Chunkamunka by her side. Oh, Sookie. Eleanor swooped that pup up with a tss and a huff and cradled her in her arms. All right, now they're next to the water. I have to turn it to read it. Come on, Sookie, you can do it. Eleanor stood at the water's edge and splashed a little splash at Sookie. I wouldn't think that Sookie would like the water. Let's see. But Sookie was just a small dog, and those waves were big, and they were whooshy, and they were salty, and they were wet, and they might toss her out into the middle of the sea, and she might float all the way to Tasmania, which is an island near Australia, or even Florida. And she might be swallowed by a whale, and she wasn't wearing a bathing suit. And besides, there might be what? Lobsters. All right, so there's Sookie. Okay, I'm going to read that page. That says, Sookie sat at the edge of the water with Chunkamunka by her side. All right. She hasn't done much yet, has she? You might really like the beach. Oh, Sookie, said Eleanor, and she shook her head and dove into the waves. So Eleanor is not afraid. There's Sookie. And this page says, oh, I already read that page. There's Sookie and Chunkamunka. Oh, there's lots of people on the beach doing all kinds of stuff. There's a boat. No, they're buildings. I thought that was a boat. Sookie sat and watched beach balls bouncing and big boys running and umbrellas flapping and lifeguards blowing whistles and waves splish-splashing with Chunkamunka. She's watching. Floating out to sea. Uh-oh, look. There's Chunkamunka floating out to sea. Sookie barked for Chunkamunka to come back. But Chunkamunka started to sink. So barking is not working. Sookie started to paddle. She paddled past a beach ball and over something that might even be a lobster. Until she had Chunkamunka, and he was safe. Sookie had saved him. She felt braver than the bravest dog, because even though she was very small, Chunkamunka was even smaller. "Oh, Sookie, I knew you could do it," said Eleanor, and she picked them both up with a yay and a hooray, and she swung them very gently through the air. Proud, Eleanor's proud. Sookie sat in the sandy sand with the wavy waves and watched for lobsters with Chunkamunka by her side. Eleanor's having fun. Oh my goodness, it looks like Eleanor is making an ergo. That's really funny. Maybe she read that book. They didn't see one lobster all day. And look what they get to have. Eleanor is sharing her ice cream. That is very kind. All right. There might be lobsters. Okay, this one is one that Thea really, really likes. We have this one at school too. When Sophie gets angry, really, really angry, and also likes this book too, by Molly Bang. I like Molly Bang. I like her pictures. And these are some of the other books that are by Scholastic. You might have some of those at your house. We like this one a lot. And everyone likes Is Your Mama a Llama? All right, see what happens to Sophie. When Sophie gets angry, really, really angry, there's Gorilla. He's also in the book. Sophie was busy playing when her sister grabbed Gorilla and said, "My turn." So at school, we don't make people take turns, especially with their special stuff. But at this house, that happens. As her sister snatched Gorilla away, Sophie fell over